This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Well, you know, you can tell that Bleu Davinci, you know, he was around. Obviously, we know he was around BMF for a couple of years before they all got locked up, and he got locked up too, right? But the way you talks, you can kind of tell like he wasn't involved in any of the drug stuff, right? Maybe he did a little stuff here and there. I mean, you know, most people have that are involved in certain stuff, right? But he wasn't like a main guy. Like, he talks like very jokey about everything, but what he's trying to do here is defend his honor. Now, there's like 30 people who snitched in BMF, right? Like, we know that, okay? There's main snitches like Doc and other people, right? If he told anything or cooperated in any way and led them to something else to get reduced time, that maybe, you know, he was just admitting to something he did. But if you, sometimes when you admit to something you did, right, it involves other people, or it confirms or goes against somebody else's story. Now, here he's saying this woman, Tammy Cowens, right, owned Big Meech's rights. Big Meech signed his rights over to her because you can't do business with your life story rights from jail. You just can't make money off your life story. So he signed his rights over to her, but she was doing his professional dealings, but also supposedly doing his illegal dealings. She hooked him up with some people to do a deal for him. Eventually, Jack Harvey, who's a main agent, this is a picture of the people playing Jack Harvey. He was an agent in the case. They started hooking up, or some weird something happened. Like, one of the agents in the case was hooking up with Tammy Cowens. I don't know if it was Jack Harvey, or he's the one who locked up a lot of BMF too, that Jack Harvey guy. But she ended up wearing a wire. She cooperated in one case where she was dealing with some guy in Atlanta, right? And then supposedly she's the CSI or one of this other case where she allegedly wore a wire at a Big Meech visit and got $300,000 to be an informant. You do get paid to be an informant in some cases. And supposedly got this other guy 26 years or something. So he's trying to paint here that Big Meech was working with snitches and still knowingly works with snitches. But I don't think he has a choice at that point. If he already signed his life rights over to her and the BMF Entertainment company, so that the show, you know, like deals could be made. This is way before they hooked up with 50 Cent, because they hooked up with 50 Cent around 2015-16 to sell the rights to him. Who had the rights before them is it's a producer that used to work with Death Row. He was involved in the Tupac movie. If you don't do anything with the rights for 4 years, it gets it gets sold to the next person. 50 Cent bought the rights and moved on to do the BMF show with stars. But Bleu Davinci's trying to point like, well, look at what he's doing. It's the case of like, look over here, don't look here, you know? Because a lot of people pointed, you know, J-Bo and other people pointed Bleu Davinci at cooperating, okay? They also pointed a lot of other people cooperating. So I'm just saying like, hey, something's got to give here, because, you know, you can't point Bleu Davinci out as like the main cooperator. He was a very small, if he cooperated at all, it was very, very small, to be honest with you, because the big cooperators are in the beginning. Bleu Davinci didn't come until 2008, you know, so I'll give him that, you know. Interesting, though. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. I will check you guys in the next one.